All right, y'all, I'm back with part two real quick. I want to start by saying the reason I'm mentioning the connections is because I want to show how intentional Yahuwah is when he's placing people in your life and he's setting you up for a purpose. All right, so Sister Shelly invited me to the church, you know what I'm saying? And by trusting the praying on it and trusting the Ruach in her, let me know that it's okay. You know what I'm saying? So she has been telling me that her brother is awakening the church to the truth of who we are and what our identity is. And like I said, I was kind of skeptical because I'm like, you know, church, organized religion, that's in my mind. So I'm like, yeah, I'm not going to that. Like she would send me videos and I was just like, nah. Like I didn't watch the video, so it was nothing that he said. It was just like, no. My guard was simply up. That's really all it was. It was nothing personal. The way that things kept flowing, it was like the Most High was telling me to trust it. So she invited me to a women's brunch that was this past Saturday, and I did go. And when I tell y'all that the Ruach was dwelling in the place, it really was. The presence was heavy. The conversations, the edifying conversations and discussions that we had, just being able to do that with like minded sisters that look like you, the hugs, the smiles, the generosity. Like this was my first time, and you would have thought I belonged. Like I've been there, and I felt like I belonged. You know, and you could tell, you could discern that it was genuine. It wasn't a front or it wasn't fake. It was truly beautiful. So she also invited me to come back on Sunday, which was yesterday, for Bible study and worship. And at first, I wasn't gonna go. I wasn't. But after brunch, after speaking with Sister Vani, who is the wife of the pastor, and even just simply after talking to the pastor and Sister Shelley, you know, it gave me comfort. And I knew that I was coming back. And let me tell you this real quick, too. The enemy really tried to play on my mind before the brunch. Thoughts like this could be a setup, she could be a witch. But my father had already gave me the release when I agreed to go. The moment that I told her yes is the moment that I felt true peace about it. Like it was nothing to worry about. So I did text a few of my prayer sisters and I asked them to pray for me because I could tell what the enemy was trying to do. You know what I'm saying? And I wanted to shut that down immediately because nah, I'm still going, brother. The enemy didn't want me to go. And after Saturday and Sunday, I could see why. So boom, they prayed for me. I went to brunch. I thoroughly enjoyed myself. I had a wonderful time. And I went to church Sunday and I had a wonderful time. Now, mind you, Saturday night comes and I go to bed and here goes the enemy again. You're bloated. You're cramping. You're too tired. You don't need to go. Just stay home and rest. You know you like to sleep. And just steady playing with my mind. And I'll be honest, I was going to cancel my ride. I wasn't going to go. I'll just stay home, you know what I'm saying, and get my rest before work Monday. Because, girl, you know you need your sleep. And you like I said, you like to sleep. You like your naps. But when I got up, you know, I rebuked those thoughts and I was like, I'm going to go. And I got up, got dressed, and I went. They had Bible study at 9:30 a.m. And baby, when I tell you, the Bible study was good. And mind you, I already know the truth of our identity, who we are, you know, all of those things. But there were scriptures that he taught on that were tied to our identity and the promise of our Father that I had no idea correlated to that. I really didn't. So he taught me some things, even with what I already knew. And I still got to go back over the notes I took yesterday because I want to go back and look more into it. And what I truly appreciate is that this pastor is really taking his time to bring his congregation out of the matrix. And he's bringing them into the truth, but he's doing it with wisdom. Like you can't just snatch people out of the matrix and then just dump everything on them, expecting them to be receptive of it. And that's what I be trying to tell people when they come in my comments trying to be the name Nazi. The name Nazis and the Shabbat Nazis and all that. You know what I'm saying? Like, you got to take your time easing these things on to people. We weren't snatched into it. At least I wasn't. And that's why I have more of a respect and understanding of what's happening. You know what I'm saying? And I treat other people in the same way. Like sisters that are now using the true names, I didn't force that on them. I just, like I told the Pastor Richard yesterday, I allow my witness to speak for me. I use the true names and I live a life that is glorifying and shows who he is through me, the Ruach HaKodesh that dwells in me. And that influences people to be like, tell me more about the Torah, about who we are, about the name, about all of that, so that I could better serve our Father, because I believe I was in deception. You know what I'm saying? So that's what brings people out, not forcing all of that on them. But anyway, let me get back to what I'm saying. At the end of the day, some places require grace, and you have to have discernment and wisdom to know how and when. If you pull people out too fast, they're going to reject it. There's timing and there's strategy. And you can tell that Yahuwah is giving this brother strategy. He's laying the truth out in a way that you can't deny it, because it's literally in your face. And to witness that awakening happening in real time is truly amazing. I honestly feel like I'm experiencing Pastor Darby in real life, like when he was teaching his congregation about Negro land and who we are and things of that nature. Like, man, I'm grateful. But then came worship, and then another brother got up and spoke. And I truly believe the Most High Yahuwah wanted me to hear that message, because it was so on time. Mind you, not too long ago, y'all know, last month, I was going through some warfare, like at work, in my body, it's just in relationships, connections, my like everything. Like, I was going through it, y'all. I know now that the enemy was fighting me because he wanted me to quit. He wanted me to give up. And nah, Pa, that ain't gonna happen. I done gave up before. We ain't doing that no more. But through all the pruning, the preparation, the separation, even the rebuilding, I learned how to be a daughter during the past 2.5 years. And that is the most important lesson of it all. For years, I lived in control. You know, the worldly mindset that our Black women have. We gotta handle everything. We have to carry everything, manage everything, always have to, you know? But when you surrender to your Father, you don't have to do anything but follow his leading. He does it all for you. Even now, yes, I still handle business because I'm a single woman, but I'm surrendered and I'm submitted. I follow his leading and his control until my husband finds me. You heard me? That's how you learn submission for real. But anyway, the message came from 1 Corinthians 2:9. While waiting on the promise, how are we behaving? And when he broke down, eyes have not seen and ears have not heard, baby, I broke down. I did start crying. I'm a crier. Y'all know I'm a crier. I'm a crybaby. I just do. Because he was like, our eyes have seen a lot. Our ears have heard a lot. The pain, trauma, things that could have drove us crazy. And yet we still haven't seen the goodness of what the Most High Yahuwah can do. We still haven't heard the fullness of what he's about to release. And that hit me so hard. Because after those 2.5 years of isolation, and now being brought out of all of that, making connections, meeting the people that I'm meeting, I still have not seen the depths of what he's about to do in my life. And I'm so excited. And I'm waiting in expectation, because it's isolation and then it's release and then it's everything coming together. And it's all strategic. From my therapist encouraging me to get out of the house, to connecting with Shelly, to saying yes and ending up where I went, I just felt home. I felt peace, and that's when everything just became to make sense, and I started putting the pieces together. All the time that I spent alone with my Father, he placed me where it all connects. And it's easy for isolation to make you feel crazy. People will even look at you crazy, especially when you're in the truth, because nothing to them makes sense of what you're saying. You sound crazy, but you're not crazy. It just sounds like it because they're still in the matrix. My family thought I was off. They thought I was in a cult, but the only cult that I've been in is a cult of my Father, the Most High Yahuwah. I wasn't under no preachers, teachers, camps, none of that. All right, y'all. This is the end of part 2. I guess it will be a part 3. It will be a final part, but I just want to share this. I really do, because it's amazing. It's really amazing how our Father works. I love y'all, and I'll see y'all in part 3.